Greetings, punks, goths, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folk. How you all doing? My name's John and this is the Health Anarchist channel. Well, today I've come out just across the border into Derbyshire. Actually, it's about 300 yards over the border from where I live into Derbyshire. And I'm in a place called Tintwistle. And there's two reasons I've come out today. And one of those is because it's a really cool place to come and chill out and get some green time for a while. The second reason is because Wimberries are out at the moment and I want to do some Wimberry picking. And hopefully I'll find some. So should we get going? Yeah! So one of the reasons I'm coming here today is you get all these growing. There's actually Wimberries growing on these. So I'll just go closer and I'll show you what they are now. So that there's a Wimberry. I'm going to go picking these today. They are a bit hidden. See them there, but as you can see, they're quite soft sometimes, so it can be quite a messy job. So as you can see, I've got a few so far, but got quite a long way to go. So I'm going to have a break now because I've been at it for about 40 minutes or so. So yeah. So I'm just sitting down and having a break now, chilling out in nature for a while. And it's such a lovely, quiet place. Had a bit of time Wimberry picking. Quite interesting because on some of the bushes where you get them, there's quite a lot of cobwebs. So you're sort of putting your hands in, getting the berries. And I thought, I wonder what kind of spiders are in there. And after a while I saw one of them. It was kind of really long legs with an orange little body, but wasn't scary. It was kind of cute looking really. But yeah, it's turned out a lovely day. So the reason I'm picking Wimberries today is there's this local, well, in Yorkshire there's this local dish known as mucky mouth pie, and it's Wimberry pie. As you can guess, you saw how messy they get when you squash them. You can imagine what that does to your mouth. So yeah, mucky mouth pie. So I'm hoping to make that. And I suppose I've been told they're a bit like blueberries, but not quite the same. I tried a couple and they're a bit more tart tasting, I'd say. But yeah, that's my aim, to make some mucky mouth pie. So I was just thinking, it'd be funny, wouldn't it, if you invited some, well, the poshest people you know round for tea, and you give them mucky mouth pie for dessert and see how they dealt with it, and then give them a mirror to see what they look like. So going back to the sort of tales I was telling in my last video about first meeting goths. Well, this isn't when I first met them. This is when I was more into goth later on, when I was married to a goth for a while. Now, there was this club that we went to, and it was in what was known as a beer keller in Manchester, and it used to have some rough nights, but they started doing alternative nights there where it was like metal, goth and punk. And me and my missus at the time were dressed in all our, you know, all our black gear, all our alternative stuff. I was more into punk, I guess, horror punk at the time than goth. And my missus was dressed goth. And it was that weird point in time, I guess it was about 2002, something like that, when the goth scene was getting kind of infiltrated by all these ravers, and you get all these ravers coming into the goth nights, typically dressed in white with glow sticks swinging about. Now, I've got no issues whatsoever with ravers. I know some of them, and some of them are great people, but it's definitely not goth. And they were trying to mix it at the time, and it was really kind of, in my opinion, it was kind of detrimental to the goth and alternative scenes, because those alternative places, they were the only places we had historically, and they were making it very mainstream, like, you know, this is for everybody. And there's like thousands of mainstream clubs they could go. Can we not just have our own little piece of sanctuary? Anyway, me and my missus at the time, we sat down dressed in our alternative gear, and bit by bit all the alternative people, the younger people in the club, they all migrated to our table and the tables around us. So we had the alternative side of the room where everyone was sat round tables around us. Then you had all these ravers on the other side. I don't think they actually stayed that long. I think they stayed about an hour, then went on to some other club. But yeah, it was an interesting time. That it didn't last that long. It's not the same anymore. But there was a point when the sort of ravers were coming to the alternative, especially the goth nights. But yeah, it wasn't open that long as an alternative place. I think they had a couple of bands on when we went, and they had alternative music in between. And I think when the ravers come in, they played some like crappy rave music. And going on from last week, I was talking about this old alternative club that all the goths used to go to in Manchester, that's been closed for many, many years, called the Banshee. Now, when that shut down, they did open it up briefly at the other side of town. And I went a couple of times, but it was just not the same. It was like a totally different vibe, and they never captured that special magic vibe that they had at the old Banshee, and it didn't last long, which was a shame. You can't knock them for not trying though. So I'm just on my way back now. It was one of those days today when I got out, I wasn't sure 100% whether I really felt like doing a video. Sometimes if you're not feeling great, and I wasn't feeling great in myself today. I mean, I wasn't feeling terrible, but it's not the best day for me. I wasn't my usual self. Sometimes, you know, it happens, whether it's stress, anxiety, and you know, it's not the worst day I've had, but I thought, can I really do a video? And I thought, go on, I'll get out there and I'll have a go at it. And I came out in the end, and I've had a nice afternoon out. I've had a bit of berry picking, and I've had a bit of chill out time in nature, and I actually feel so much better for it now than if I hadn't have come out. And I've made a little video. It might not be my best video I've done, but you know, it's better to make something than nothing. So there was actually quite a few people chatting to me while I've been out today. There was about 4 people who were walking up here who didn't know where Seven Falls were. One of them, well, both of them were just about to turn back, and I give them the right directions, and you know, they're pleased about that. And it's nice being helpful, isn't it? And I also had another woman with a daughter come up to me when I was picking Wimberries, asking me what I was picking, and you know, I told them what I was picking, and they both tried one, and they said, oh, they're very like blueberries, those, aren't they? So, you know, sometimes it's nice having positive interactions with people when you're not feeling great in yourself. Anyway, just a little short video today. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. And I think I'm going to wrap it up for now. So until the next video, don't forget, be different, stay weird, and stay free. Bye.